IS 36. IS 36. So impairment means your asset value already depreciate, correct? Not? So let's say you depreciate your assets down. Market value or the recoverable amount is this way, lower. Therefore, your asset is overstated. You must impair your asset. Okay. So depreciation and impairment is two different things. Every year you depreciate. So after you depreciate your carrying amount down, and actually the value even lower, so you must impair them. So depreciation and impairment is two different things. Okay, depreciation and impairment. So here, you have a cost accumulated is 200, already depreciated 2 years, 800, recoverable amount 9. So your book here shows 800 carrying amount. So what's the other name for carrying amount? If this is my SFP, PPE, inventory, trade receivables, we have 800, 500, 300. This is my book value. Carrying amount. Okay? Specifically for PPE, property, plant, and equipment, we also call this net book value. But this one we don't call it net book value now. Okay? This one specifically after you depreciate, we call this net book value. So you have book value, carrying amount, and net book value specifically for PPE. Okay? So this is the amount in our book. Therefore, this amount in our book, carrying amount. Our book shows 8. Can recover more than 8 means good. My asset is not impaired. Carrying amount is 1, 2. Recoverable amount is 1, 1. Book shows 1,002. However, this same asset here can only recover 1, 1. So it is small. Therefore, impaired. Double entry. Debit. Credit. Debit. What's your depreciation? Double entry for depreciation. Depreciation. Debit depreciation. Credit. Accumulated depreciation. So your impairment, same. Debit impairment. Credit accumulated impairment. How much do I have to impair? So debit expenses, credit accumulated, done. So this accumulated will be here. Already depreciate, have to depreciate, impair by another 100. Okay, not? So now my carrying amount has been impaired to the recoverable amount. Same now. Okay. That's why we have the cost model, revaluation model. Cost model is our cost less accumulated depreciation, less accumulated impairment. Okay. Second example. My carrying amount is 8 after depreciation. Recoverable amount is fair value less cost to sell. The fair value is the market value of the asset if I sell. If I sell, I have to incur some cost here, cost to sell. Advertisement, commission, brokerage fee. Okay, so you have to pay 500 to sell 92. So the net selling price will be 87 if I sell. If I continue to use, it will generate net cash inflow of 85 at present value now. Sell, use. So currently I have this. Of course, based on these two, I can recover which one? The higher of these two, because I would sell. Okay, assuming if I want to sell or use one, I will have to go for the higher value. So recoverable amount is 78,007. So once you determine the higher of these two, you compare. Book shows 8, recover 87. Is it impact? No, not impact. 5, net selling price fair value less cost to sell, 3839. So my recoverable amount is the higher of these two, 39. Isn't that double entry? One. Accumulated impairment 1050. Okay. Now, do I adjust it to 87? No. Okay. This is not on revaluation. This is to determine if my asset is impaired. If it's impaired, bring it down. If it's not impaired, don't bring it up. This is not revaluation. Revaluation is comparing your carrying amount with your market value. You want to revalue. That is why we bring in IS 16. This one IS 36 mainly to compare to determine if my asset is impaired. Okay. Next, carrying amount create recoverable is fair value less cost to sell. Net selling price 22. Value in use is I will generate future net cash flow 11. Future net cash flow 200. Future disposal value. If I use, I will generate, and I will sell it for 42. So this also your future inflow. So value in use is the keyword here. Present value of my future net cash flow, including the disposal value. Yeah, repeat. Recoverable is the keyword is start with the higher of these two. Fair value less cost to sell, value in use. What is value in use? Present value of my future net cash flow expected to be generated, okay, from the continuing use of the asset, including the disposal value. So present value, these are my future value. They will give you the 10% discount. So divide by 1 point, power by 1, 5 by 2. Discount 1 year, back 1 year. Discount 2 years. So how much? The present value of 110 is 100. The present value of 242 is 200. So the present value of these two cash flow is 3. Therefore, value in use is the present value of my future net cash flow, including the disposal value. So now you got your value in use. How much is my RA? The higher of these two? 3. Compare. Is it impact? Yes. Done. Next. Carrying amount is 78. Recoverable is fair value less cost to sell 7 minus 10. Net selling price 69. If I continue to use future net cash flow, both all are inflow. So 12% divided by 1.12. How much? No, this one? 339. Never mind. Okay, this one? 326. Present value, total present value is 65665. This is my value in use. 665. Huh? Is my asset impact? The higher of these two, so this one and this one. So yeah, it is impaired by 90. Okay, done. One more. Now we're going to use the decimal place. Use the factor. Okay. Accumulated depreciation 18. This is my carrying amount. Or net book value 12. Fair value less cost to sell. This one later. 800, 700 at 10%, no disposal value. 10% discount factor will be 0.909, 826,751. You know how to get this? This one will be given. How? 1 divided by 1 by 1. Yeah. Because it's 10%. So you use your calculator, you take 1, divide by 1.1. You get 0.909. Okay, the same answer, you divide again 1.1. You have 0.09. Divide again 1.1, you'll get 0.26. Divide again 1.1, you get 751. So this is the discount factor at 10%. Okay? So you divide 3 times. So you have this discount factor, and normally you'll be given this one. So if you are given this, you times with 0.909. Okay? The present value of 800 in the future year 1, present value of the 700 year 2, the present value you times. Don't divide, because you already divided here. So you times, discount will be times with 0 point something, okay? Not? What is the present value? 727. Present value? 578 121305. 1305 plus present value. Fair value less cost to sell. Not sure. Is my asset impact? The value not sure, no market for it. Fair value cannot be determined. Is my asset impact? 1002, 1003, no, it is not impact. Is it okay? Now I change this. What if my fair value less cost to sell is 14? Is it impact? No, because this one is higher, right? No. Change. What if it is 1000? Is it impact? 1004 is not impact. It is 1000? No. Why? Because my recoverable amount will now be 1003. Okay? Can I? So just now 1004, 1003 we take this one. But when it's 1000 then we take 13. Nope, it's not impact. Meaning when either one of these is higher than your carrying amount, it's confirmed not impact. Can see? Cannot. Repeat here. Just now 1004. Which one higher? 14. So we take 14 and we compare. Is it impact? No. So correct? No. I changed it. What happened if fair value less cost to sell is 1000? Is it impact? First, we have to determine recoverable amount. This is my recoverable amount, the higher. Therefore, you compare with it. No, it's not impact. Okay? Next. Okay, this one, question 1. You know, this is question I want to answer. Okay. Question 1. Okay, discuss external, discuss internal. This one discussed before last week. Okay, meaning now, when I every year as a company here, we have many assets. We do not know which one already impact or not impact. Why not? We don't have to check every year which one is already impact. Okay, so when do we have to check if our asset is impact? When there's indication. Okay, when you have external sources, when you have internal sources of information that indicate our asset is impact, then only we compare using IAS 36. Okay, so example, if when I walk around the company, the college, I saw one of the assets is lying on the floor and it's very dusty. It's owned by a star college, dusty on the floor. It looks like it's already damaged. So is this external or internal source? Internal. So once I got this indication, I would then compare. Okay? Compare carrying amount with recoverable to see if they are impact or not. Okay? So when you have indication, impact, if there's an advancement in your technology, means it deem my assets to be what? The value drop further, faster. So that one is external source. Economy, very bad. Demand drop, underutilization of assets. So my asset underutilized, indication my asset is impact, but not confirmed. Indication only. Alright, so we have internal, we have external source. Answer provided, correct? Yeah, wait. So external, market value drop, significant change in technology, government introduced new law, as a result, my useful life reduced, value reduced. Now, here, this one I didn't explain last week. An increase in market interest rate is as a result, it will affect our discount rate. This is also an indication our asset is impact. How? Here, currently 1213, correct? Not impact. If the market interest rate increase from 10% to 13%, what happened to my value in use? Increase or reduce? Yeah, when the discount rate increase, cost increase, the present value will reduce. Okay, so when it reduce, I don't know how much they reduce to. Is it possible that they reduce to below 1002? If it's reduced to 1001, then yeah, it is impact. So when market interest rate increase, it is an indication that my value in use may drop, which will trigger a impairment loss. Okay, so this is external information. Market rate increase, discount rate increase. All right. And you have internal source. Example, obsolete means outdated, damage. Okay, underutilization of your assets. Maintenance or operating cost of asset is higher than original. If your car require a lot of maintenance, servicing, do you think people will buy? So the value drops. Maintenance cost increase, repair cost increase, nobody will buy. So value drop, impact. Okay, question 1 done. Question 2. No, continue. Or question 2. Have it changed? $3 million? Okay, Julia. Moonlight rent out car to tourists visiting an island. The car was bought 3 years ago and is to be written off over 5 years. What is my depreciation per year? Divide by 5. 5 years. 1 year is 600. How many years have I depreciated? So this is my accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation. So What is my carrying amount? I buy 3 million, depreciated 1.8. Carrying amount? 1,002. Continue. The recent tsunami hit the island badly and the demand for car hire dropped. Recent tsunami business drop. Internal or external indication? External indication that my asset may have been impacted. So, Moonlight can now generate 500 cash per annum in 17-18. Year 17 next year, year 18 next 2 years. Future cash, net cash inflow. Alternatively, they can be sold for at a net selling price. This is already at net 8. So 500 future net selling price. Calculate if the asset is impaired using 10%. So 3,000 already depreciated 1.8. 3,000. No, here. Cost 3,000. Depreciated 1.8. You take 3 divide by 5 times 3. Net selling price means already net of 1,800. Future net cash flow is 5 and 5. So discount rate given 10% times 4.5, correct? This one 413 present value. So 8 and 8.6, take 8.6 is the impact. Yes, so double entry, debit impairment, credit accumulated impairment. So less accumulated impairment. $332.5. Correct. Done. Answer given. This one came out, exam? Can do it? Cannot? Can. Okay, good. So this answer. Okay, second. Done. Okay, question 3. Question 3. Okay, assets, the information provided is from 2013 to 2017, 4 years. So every year we depreciate, and during the year, these few years, we have revaluation, we have impairment. Cannot. So remember, when you have revaluation, go to RR. So when you have any depreciation, remember to transfer RE. Okay. Asia Bagus acquire plant on 1st January 2013 for 2 million. Expected useful life is 10 years. Depreciation per year. $200. On this date, 31st December 2014. How many years later? 1 year. 2 years. So remember, it's 2 years later because you buy 1st January, the first year will be 31st December 13. 31st December 13, 31st December 14. So 2 years. Meaning I have already depreciated how much? 400. Is it okay? 200, 200, 400. What is my carrying amount now? I first bought 2 million. I depreciated 2 years. Left with 1600. Left with 1600. And the fair value now is 22. Revalue up or down? by how much? 600,000. 2 million, you already depreciated 2 years, 400,000. So you left with 1600. And you want to you want to revalue to 2, revalue by 600. Revaluation reserve. Transfer. How many steps? 2 steps. Correct. So now you have RR of 600. And the remaining life, of course, is left with 8 years. If there is not given, we can calculate. It's left with 8 years. Asia Bagos used the revaluation model to measure the value of the non-current asset. Revaluation model. So before we continue, we deal with these 2 years first. The cost of the assets, 2 million. Accumulated depreciation, 1 year is 200,000. So 2 years will be 400. I left with 1,006. This is carrying amount at which date? 31st December 114. Okay. The cost you buy at 1st January 13. Okay, this is 2 years later. What happened? 16. I revalue to 22. So revaluation to 22 on the same date as this 31st December. So revalue by 6. So I have a revaluation of my building. 6. Okay. 31st December 14. So valuation at 31st is 22 after revaluation. Continue. On 31st December 2016, how many years later? 2 years. There were indications that asset could have been impaired. So this one at the end of the year, then only compare. But for the next 2 years, we're going to depreciate. So what's my new depreciation charge? I have revalued to 22. Divide by 8. 1 year, I depreciate 275. So I revalue 14. Now 216 depreciated 2 years. 275, 275, 550. Remember, every year when we depreciate, we have to amortize. We have to transfer. Yeah. Depreciation will be 2200 divided by 8 times 2 years. Or I do it this way. Clearer? So it's 275 times 2, 550. Left it 1650, correct? This is a carrying amount at 31st. But remember, every year, when I depreciate 275, I need to transfer to RE. So 600 transfer to RE divide by how many years I transfer? 2. Is it okay? 1 year I transfer, divide. I need to transfer 2 years to RE. How much is it? Two years. You understand? Every year when I depreciate 600, this is after I revalue 6, I still got 8 more years to go. So I divide 8, you divide by 8. Every year I'm going to transfer. Since I depreciate 2 years, so I transfer 2 years. Okay? RE. So of course, I'm not closing the account. What is my balance of my RE here? Balance after transfer 2 years? The balance is left with 450. Okay, if I continue, I will continue to transfer for the next 6 years, become 0. However, what happened on this date? On this date, after 2 years depreciation, in total now 4, there were indication that the asset could have been impaired. Indication can be internal, indication can be external. Indication that impaired, so we have to compare. Value in use is 1.5, and the fair value less cost to sell is 1.4. Which one should I take? The higher of these two, which is the value in use. So 1.5 is my recoverable amount. Compare my carrying is 1.6. Is it impaired? Reversal of revaluation by 1.5. Remember the concept? Revalue up, now down by 1.5. How? I left with 450. I left with 450. Now assets down. Reversal of P&L. Up. Now down a little bit, left with 4.5. Now my asset down again. Reversal of my RR. So debit 150. Reverse it. Can reverse up. So my balance now I left with 300. Good. Answer. Okay, you take this one. Depreciation per year. Depreciate for 2 years. Revalue to 22. RR. Okay. So every year you transfer 150. How do you get this? 600 divided by 8. Every year you transfer 75. Sorry, 2 years you transfer 150. After that, you have an impairment or reversal. You take the higher of these two. 1.5 is impaired by 150. So here. Continue. Question? Your answer? Can? Meaning, you can see here $50. What is it by this 50? Meaning next year, this asset, I still got how many more years to go? This asset, 6 years. Let question stop here, correct? So let's continue one more year. So my depreciation for next year will be 1500 divided by 6. How much? 250. This is for next year. 1250. Must I transfer to RE next year? Yes. So 300 divided by 6. Every year I will transfer to RE 50. That is for next year. Okay. Now, okay. Okay. B. The facts are all the same. 2 million depreciate 2 years, then you revalue to 22. Except that now the recoverable amount is 900. Just now our recoverable is 15. Now if the recoverable is 900, so we change here. Wait. Okay. Recoverable amount is 900. My RR I still got 450, correct? Now I compare because of external reason, okay, information. So as a result, I compare and it's now 900. So I'll take 9, I impact by how much? Down by 750, impairment. I have another 45 in my RR. So how? I'll reverse out everything 450. Then what happens? The balance I go to expenses SCL. Impairment. Okay. Down by 750, reverse out your assets. You have 45 debit because you left with 45, and any excess you go to P&L. Okay. So next year when you depreciate, huh? Oh yeah, sorry. 300. Credit assets, debit, reversal, any excess go to P&L. Okay? No more. Then next year, I'll depreciate based on 900 divided by 6. No more transfer because RR 0 already. Good? Can. Okay. Question 4. Okay. Your notes, Mr. Su used the lecture note, used the PowerPoint slide. Did he use it? Yeah, you know your lecture note is this thick. The PowerPoint slide are more compact, more summarized, right? So I suppose it's good that you use the one in PowerPoint slide. All the things are out there, the key points. You have it now? Don't have in the phone. So you can see all the definitions are all there. Okay, now? So now IS 36 Sata. Next IS, you have the notes, then you pick it up. IS 38, intangible asset. IS 38, intangible assets. Definition of intangible assets. We have definition of tangible asset PPE. Intangible. Can you find it in your notes? Identifiable non-monetary assets without physical substance. Identifiable non-monetary assets without physical substance. Which page? Anyone found? That's why you use the PowerPoint slide better. Yeah, which page? Page 45. Where? Wait. Here. Intangible assets. Not the one highlighted down here. Page 45. Okay. Now, without physical substance, we know intangible. These are the example: goodwill and others. Goodwill and others. Patent, copyright, brand, development expenditure. All these are intangible assets. So you notice here, we have goodwill and others. Why goodwill, others? These two are intangible. For goodwill, we have other standards to govern this particular treatment on goodwill. We have other specific standards. So meaning IS 38, we deal more with those others, which is patent, copyright, and especially if it's development expenditure, internally generated assets. Example, with this one we discussed in tutorial 1 or 2 before. Internally generated goodwill, can we recognize? Internally generated, no, we don't recognize. If it's purchased goodwill, yes, we recognize. This one we'll learn towards the end. Okay. However, there are some internally generated assets. As an example, development, we can recognize provided we meet the criteria. So we focus more on development. Repeat. If I buy patent, I buy copyright from Sony, I buy copyright from other. So when I buy, it is my intangible asset. No worry, recognize. Buy. Okay. If I buy the brand, recognize. But now, I may develop my own, some developments. Later I'll tell you an example. So if you have our own development internally, yes, we can recognize provided we meet the 6 criteria. 6 criteria. Okay, so I'll focus more on research and development. So you turn to your notes, which page? Yeah, 51. Research and development. So we have 2 names here, research, development. So of course we have definition for these 2. So research basically means, in the layman term, I have research, I want to have 1000 research formula A plus B plus C, A plus B minus C, and I got many formulas now ongoing. I'm doing a research. Okay, so hopefully I can find something from it. Hopefully I can get something for it. It's a research. Okay, so if I found something, some discovery or some breakthrough, I can further develop this discovery. Research, I develop. Research, not sure. Just do research. Hopefully can find something. Once I found, I can develop it. I may not find anything. Okay, so research and development stage. But in by definition, let's go through the proper definition for research. Original and planned investigation undertaken by the entity with the prospect of gaining new scientific and technical knowledge or understanding. Is it there? Original and planned investigation undertaken by the company with the prospect of gaining new scientific and technical knowledge or understanding. Page 51. Yeah. Anyone found? Page 45. Where is it? Point number? Below intangible assets. Yeah. Page 45, below intangible asset. Original and planned investigation undertaken, correct? With the prospect of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge and understanding. Okay, memorize it. So what is the treatment? You can see the word here, you highlight with the prospect of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge. Prospect means with the hope of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge. Means not confirmed. Cannot. You are spending something that will not confirm of anything positive. Cannot. So you expense end up for nothing one. So what do you do with these expenses? With this expenditure, you expense it off. You incur, no prospect, maybe got prospect, expense it off. Maybe yes, maybe no. Meaning if you are full treatment, right, you either expense it off or capitalize as asset. Correct? But research confirm expenses. Expense off. Why? Because it can never be an asset. Because something that you may not have any returns. What is the definition of asset? We can capitalize as asset because asset's definition is future economic benefit. How can you recognize a research which got no prospect and recognize it as an asset and treat it as future economic benefit? Cannot. Therefore, expense it off. Okay, so whenever you have a research expense, you credit your bank, you debit your research expenses, 10,000, and this 10,000 is made of material cost, labor cost, overhead. You do research, you need a lot of material, wood, oil, okay, many things. Labor, you need to have the chemist, you need to have the engineer. Overhead, you need to have the lab, research lab, electricity, rental. So all this you pay for research, it costs you money. Everything has to pay now. Okay, not? Then development stage. Development stage. What is the definition? Application of research finding. Means you got 1,000 research. You got 1,000 research with the prospect of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge or understanding. And you have one breakthrough. Out of 1,000, you got one breakthrough. Can you further develop? Yeah, you bring it to the development stage. Definition is not application of the research finding. I apply my research finding. Okay, cut it short. What is the treatment? Here, my example. You have make a breakthrough. You want to develop for around 4 years. What I'm developing, example, I'm developing a medicine. Developing a medicine that can cure cancer within 1 month. Is this a good development? Yes. But it's not yet finished. I'm just still developing. 4 years. I will incur 100. Okay. What do I do? Development, either you expense it off or capitalize. So you expense it off if you do not meet any of the 6 criteria. If you meet the criteria, you can capitalize as asset. So what are the 6 criteria? Sorry? Technically feasible. Intention to what? To complete the intangible asset. Ability to sell or to use. Generate probable future economic benefit. Adequate resources. And last one, measured reliability. Is in which page? 51. The 6 condition. All must be satisfied. If you meet all 6, you can capitalize your development expenditure asset. If you do not meet one of the 6, any of the 6, you must expense it off. If you meet the 6, you can capitalize as asset. If you do not meet any of the 6, expense it off to the P&L. Okay, not? Now, if I were to ask you, I incur development expenditure. My bonus is based on the company's profit. If the profit is high, my bonus will be high. So I incur a lot of development expenditure. Do you think I want this expenditure to be expense off or capitalized? Everybody wants it to be capitalized. So when I capitalize, my asset will increase. No expenses. Okay, not? That is why everybody will do that. We have IS 38 here that says you want to capitalize can, but you must meet the 6. If not, please go to P&L. So you have a guideline here. Otherwise, everybody will capitalize. And then you end up, you see company with a lot of assets, no expenses. Right? So you have to meet the 6 to capitalize. So I now reach a development stage here. I incur 100 and I do not meet one of the 6 criteria here. So I expense it off. Expense. P&L. Okay? If I continue to develop and now I meet the 6 criteria, then I can capitalize. What are the 6 technically feasible? Means I want to develop, now I change it, let's say I want to develop an engine. So this engine use water to run. It's a very big engine. Okay, no? So is this a good project? Yes. But this engine is too complicated. I don't have the machine to develop. So meaning I'm not technically feasible. Repeat. This engine runs on water, using water. It's very, very complicated. Good idea. However, I don't have the machine now in the market, cannot buy. So to develop this particular machine. So do you think I'm able to complete the whole thing? So I'm not technically feasible, meaning I can't complete the whole thing. It cannot be my asset. So means this one confirm cannot meet, confirm cannot be asset. Don't recognize as asset. Okay. So I have the technology to develop this engine. I have the intention to complete this intangible asset. Sometimes I just develop and I have no intention. If no intention means it won't become a complete asset. So it can't become my asset. So if no intention, also cannot recognize. Even though you have the technology but no intention, no point. Okay, you must got the technology, you must got the intention. And next one, after you have all this technical intention, after it is completed, this asset must be able to use. Imagine if I develop something that cannot be used, cannot be sold, end up nobody will buy. So it won't generate future economic benefit, so don't recognize. Develop something that cannot be used, no point, expensive off. Okay, I have the technology, I have the intention, eventually it can be used or can be sold. However, there is no market for it. Example, I am developing a VCD player. I have the technology, I have the intention, it can be used to watch video. It can be used. So, do you think people will buy VCD player now? No market for VCD player anymore. It will not generate future economic benefit. So, you are developing something that nobody will buy. Can be used, but nobody will buy. So, won't generate future economic benefit. Don't recognize that as that. Okay, and adequate resources will be, do you have enough people, do you have enough money to complete this whole development? 4 years development, no income on that. Develop, cannot sell because still developing, so it's going to incur a lot of money. Adequate financial resource, okay, human resource, do you have the people, okay, to complete it? If your company is keep making losses, indication your company may not have money to complete the whole development, won't become an asset, expensive enough. And lastly, must be able to be measured reliably. Whatever cost you incur must be measured reliably. So you have 6 points here, all must be recognized, must be met. 2 of them you already know. Normally assets recognition 2 points, right? Probable and measured reliably. There, 1, 2. Meaning you just have to remember another 4. probable future economic benefit, and the cost can be measured reliably. So add on another 4. Good. Now, after you develop, you incur 100 because you do not meet expenses. If you meet the 6 criteria and you incur, it develops 4 years. You incur 3 here. Material cost, labor cost, overhead. You incur 300, you capitalize as development expenditure is your asset. Carry down, brought down. Have I completed the development? No. Do I depreciate? No. Haven't generated income? No income, no need to amortize. Otherwise, no matching. Okay, not? Have you learned this before on self-constructed asset? I built my own building. Haven't complete, don't depreciate. This one haven't complete, don't amortize. I continue to develop in the second year. Continue to meet the 6 criteria. $400. Material cost, labor cost, overhead. Haven't complete. Continue to carry forward, brought down. Do I amortize? I'm not in second year. Take few years to develop. No, I don't amortize. Now, year 3, I developed a medicine that can cure cancer within 1 month, right? But a competitor now, in year 3, they launch a better product, a cheaper product than mine, and can cure within 1 week. Is it better than mine? It's cheaper than mine as well. Do you think this development now, is it probable to generate future economic benefit? Technically feasible, I have the intention, can sell, people will buy. However, nobody will buy because it's too expensive. And it takes 1 month, other people take 1 week. So, meaning I do not meet this criteria, correct? 1 of the 6. What do I do with the 700? You expense it off to P&L. Stop. Expense off everything. Meaning, in year 3, I will have a 700 expenses. Okay, no? I will sudden expenses, increase in expenses by 700. But is this going to affect my cash flow? When did I pay for this 700? 2 years ago, bank. Last year, bank, 400. So, yes, I charge the P&L expenses, profit down. However, that does not affect my cash flow. 2 years already, I incurred for the past 2 years. Okay. So, I will stop. That's it. Then, in year 4, my competitor's product got problem. They withdraw the whole product from the market because got some problems. So now, do you think I can continue to develop? Yes. In year 4, I will therefore continue to develop. And I continue to meet. I will therefore capitalize another 3. My next question, do I reinstate the 700 last year expense of the P&L? Do I reinstate that to my asset? As my asset and income? Last year, write off my asset to P&L. Do I reinstate 700 as my income and also asset? Answer, no. No reinstatement of previously expense of intangible asset. No reinstatement. So keep it as 300 and carry down, brought down, it is now completed. Yes, this asset, intangible asset, can be used for 10 years. Do I amortize? Asset, do I amortize? Do I depreciate? Amortize is depreciate. For tangible asset, we call it depreciation. Intangible asset, we call it amortize. Okay. So do I amortize? Asset can be used for 10 years? Yes. Amortize 10 years, assuming like 10 years. So how much do I amortize? 30. 300. If I can use for 10 years, I divide over by 10. every year I amortize 30. What's the double entry for amortization? Same as depreciation, impairment. Debit amortization, credit accumulated amortization. Okay, so it will look something like this. This is just my example. Deferred development expenditure, I incurred 300. If I depreciate or amortize over 10 years, second year, is it similar to PPE? Cost less accumulated, cost less accumulated. Same. Impairment, same. Okay. So, before we continue with the question, we have summarized IS 38 definition. Start calling names. Definition. IS 38. Wyman. Very slow, yeah. Definition of intangible. Start with identifiable. Yes. Yeah. Identifiable because we know that monetary and intangible cannot be seen, touched, feel. Therefore, it has to be identifiable. Non-monetary asset without any physical substance. Okay. IS 38 is on intangible. Goodwill is an intangible. Patent, copyright, brand, all these are intangible. So we have goodwill and others. Correct? So goodwill is dealt with other standard by other standards. Therefore, this one here will be on others, like patent, brand, and especially research and development. What is the definition for research? Original and planned investigation undertaken with the process of gaining new scientific, technical, and technical knowledge or understanding. You see, I repeat like 1,000 times already, very smooth. So you must do the same. Okay. Original and initial investigation undertaken with the prospect of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge and understanding. What is the treatment for research? Expenses off to the P&L. Okay, not in the year it is incurred. Today I pay, today expense off. The cost incurred may be material cost, labor cost, overhead, all expense. Because this research is the prospect of gaining new scientific, means it won't generate future economic benefit. Not probable. What about development? Application of the research finding. What is the treatment? Depends. If I meet the 6 criteria, then I can capitalize. If I do not meet any of the 6, I will therefore expense off to the P&L. Okay, no? So you capitalize, and you defer, you add up. What if you do not meet any of the 6? You immediately expense it off to the P&L, 700. Next year, I continue to meet the 6. I can therefore continue to capitalize. Can I reinstate back the expense, the development expenditure that has been expensed off previously? No reinstatement is allowed. After it is completed, do I amortize? Yes. Is it okay? So, question 4. For A, Novel Berhad incurred development expenditure 5. Development, either expense or capitalized only, right? 5, and is in effort to develop a panacea of all ills called Alicia. So panacea is like a pill, a medicine that can cure basically everything. Develop something that is called Alicia. Okay, development. It is expected that this project will be completed and the product will be sold on sale in 4 years time. So the development takes 4 years. Survey had shown that there should be a good market for this. Okay, and it would certainly yield economic benefit, return. The only reservation, the only problem, the only disadvantage, the only limitation. Understand? The only reservation, limitation, or disadvantage is that it has yet to receive support in terms of funding, money. Haven't received funding yet. Explain this to the director of Novel how the development cost should be dealt with. Yeah, Yi Hui. Development 500, good market, yield economic benefit. However, no funding yet. So what's the treatment? Yi Hui? Who? Where? Huh? So how? Expenses off to the P&L. Why? Which is the problem here? We have the 6 criteria. Which one not met? Which one? No funding. So they do not meet the point number 5, adequate resources. Cannot, adequate resources, not enough funding. Development 4 years, you're going to incur a lot of money. So you need a lot of funding, and at the moment they haven't received anything yet. So correct, expense it off because it is as though there's a probable future economic benefit. Yes, good. However, due to the inadequate funding here, you have to expense it off. Okay, no? Answer. Novel should expense off the expenditure as it is incurred in the year it's incurred. It would seem that development meet the criteria for recognizing the criteria is the 6 criteria as an asset, except that it might have problem with funding. Yeah, this is the problem. So financial resources, we are talking about inadequate resources, financial resources. So expense off. Now B. Ready? Raman and Daman, Joey, Sinyi, Jingsuan. Joyu, Li Joyu, Li Sinyi, Liao Xinji. Okay, ready? Raman and Daman. Raman and Daman incur the following research and development expenditure. Research is 4,854 over the 2 years. Development will be 212 and 213. So the first 2 years is research means what? Definition, original and planned investigation undertaken with the prospect of gaining new scientific or technical knowledge and understanding. What is the treatment? Sinyi, both. Treatment. Research. Expense off to the P&L, both. Yes. Research. Expense it off. The director decided to write off the research cost in the period they were incurred. Actually, the director decided to do so, which is correct. Research cost right off to the P&L. Development met the criteria for recognition. Met the criteria. So how? What's your treatment? Development cost met the criteria, the 6 criteria. So the 780 and the 840 met the criteria. What do you do? Yeah. You capitalize 780, you capitalize 840. Is it okay? So I show you the answer because the model answer not too accurate. Yeah. You capitalize 780, so you carry credit bank, debit bank, credit bank, debit deferred development. Do you amortize the 780? Not yet. Not yet. Because haven't complete. Second year, you incur another how much? 840. You meet the criteria, you capitalize again, credit bank, debit here. 1620. You have now capitalized 2 years. Wait up. And is to be amortized over 5 years when the commercial production commences next year. So you're going to amortize over 5 years. You have already completed over the 2 years. How much you're going to amortize? Over 5 years means 1620 divided by 5. So 324. Okay, now next year you're going to amortize 324. What's the double entry? Debit your amortization, credit done. So carry down, brought down, your cost will be 1620. Your accumulated amortization will be 324. You left it 1296. Next year, you depreciate again or you amortize again, debit and credit. Your accumulated will increase to 648. This is for next year. 28972. Okay? Debit and you credit. Second year debit credit. Okay, this one leave it at 1620. Done. So I show you the model answer, which is not very correct for development. I'm not saying it's wrong, but not very correct. Research is correct. Development, we don't use this. You use the one I show you. Research is okay. You expense it off P&L, expense it off the P&L. Okay. You see what's the difference? You see the model answer? Carry down, brought down. Sorry, you incurred. Carry down, brought down. Incurred. The depreciation is depreciated minus out straight from the asset. We don't do this. We open amortization, open accumulated amortization. Okay? So don't follow this. Numbers 5. Power zoom. Power Zoom Berhad is a local leader in the field of biotech and also has sufficient resources to undertake research and to subsequently implement a viable and successful project. They have sufficient resources to undertake research and subsequent implement, okay, the development. During this year, the company actually carried out the following project. You have here. One, development, not research, development of high-grade motor fuel from palm oil through biotech. Development of high-grade motor fuel. Review of scientific data. When they look at the data, indicates that these projects are both technically feasible and also economically viable. It is possible to complete this, and it is possible to have market there, probable. Technically feasible, and there's a market for it. Cost incurred to date means the cost that you have incurred until now is about 10 million. So what is the treatment of this 10 million? The company has enough resources that is technically feasible as well as economically viable. So far already incurred 10. So what do you do with this 10? You capitalize it, right? So because you meet the 6 criteria, we take it as a 6. Here, if they never mention anything that is not, then we take it as 6 format. Is it okay? Can I capitalize? Answer? So we look at the part B, then we take together. Number 2. Wait. Number 2. To obtain better understanding. To get better understanding of the industrial waste, the company carried out a study on the effect of bacteria on such waste. To get better understanding, they carried out some study. On conclusion, the general consensus was that the company scientists have obtained invaluable understanding of the industrial waste. They gained some invaluable understanding. The cost incurred is 1.4 million. To obtain understanding, they incur 1.4, and they managed to gain some understanding. So what do you do with the 1.4? Because here to gain an understanding is part of research or development. To gain an understanding is actually part of research cost. Okay, prospect of gaining some understanding or no understanding of valuable or invaluable information. In this case, very good, they gain some valuable information. Cannot. So this is research, therefore expense enough to the P&L. Okay, the first one you capitalize, the second one you expense it off. The 10 million spent on development can be deferred and carried forward due to the following. Deferred means can be carried forward, add as your asset. Understand the meaning deferred? Like what we did just now, when you incur 100, carry down, brought down, deferred to next year. Incur another 200, now you have 300, deferred to next year. So it can be deferred, capitalized. So because these are the reasons 1, 2, 3. Development clearly identified, there's a project here. Both technical and commercially viable, and you have enough resources as stated in the book, in the question. Is it okay? The second one, it is pure research to obtain technical and scientific understanding. Therefore, no development, therefore it cannot be deferred, and it is expensive in the year it is incurred. Number 5 done. Number 6. Delta is developing a new production. During the year, expenditure was 4. Development 400,000, of which 250 was incurred before October. The balance of 150 incurred between October to December. Delta can demonstrate at 1st October. On 1st October, the production process met the criteria. Only from October, they meet the criteria. How many criteria? 6. Technical, intention, ability, probable, adequate, and also measured reliability. 6. Technical, intention, ability, probable, adequate, and measured reliability. So you meet the criteria from October onwards. The production process met the criteria for recognition as an asset. So the recoverable is 1.8. What is the treatment? Wyman? Boxing? Jackie? Yvonne? What's your treatment? Yes, Wyman, Jackie, Yvonne. Huh? Haven? Where? Okay, answer. Jackie, Wyman? Okay, I show it here, then you decide again. Haven, how? Capitalize, how much? 250. How much you incur? How much you incur? 400,000. Of which 25 incurred before October. This depends your year end. 1st January, 31st December. So you incur in total 400. 250 was incurred before October. So when? 1, 1, 10. So how to split? Here how much? Here? 10. Jackie? Where? Understand? Continue. That was incurred before October. Before October, it was 250 and 150 between these two dates. And it can be demonstrated that 1st October onwards, this date onwards, the development meet the 6 criteria. You only meet the criteria of development. All these are development. You only meet the criteria here. So how? 250 extends off to the P&L. 150 you capitalize as your deferred your asset, deferred your expenditure here. You capitalize as your asset. 150, do you amortize? If it's completed, you amortize. If it's not completed, then no amortize. But here, forget about it because it closed at the end. Amortization end of the next year, if it's completed. But given here is the recoverable amount. This is the value in my book 1.5. Carrying amount. Recoverable is 1.8. Is my intangible asset impact. So conclude, my recoverable is 1.8. So my intangible asset here is not impact because the carrying amount is lesser than the recoverable. What if 150, the recoverable is 90? Is my intangible impact? Yes, impaired by 60. So we actually use two standards in one question. IS 38, IS 36. Can? So it's not impact, but if it's 90, then it is impact. Okay? Answer. Okay.